What's going on, guys? It's time to go to the Game Expo. And like with any Game Expo, I have a few little rules that I like to put in place for myself. I think everyone should follow. Rule number 1. Dress like a cool dude. If you put on your nice, nerdiest clothes, and you think you look cool, and your mum thinks you look cool, you're cool. Rule number 2. Put on comfortable shoes. I'm taking kind of a risk today. I'm breaking in a brand new pair of shoes. These kick-ass Vans, but I think it should pull through fine for the day. Rule number 3. Set yourself a budget. I know these conventions have heaps of awesome vendors and artists. So set yourself a budget. Don't be a fool with your money. Rule number 4, which I find is one of the most important rules. Hygiene. Wear deodorant. Put it on. No one likes that convention stank. But that's enough of the rules. Let's go.
Alright, we're here at the Melbourne Exhibition Centre. It's looking very quiet, but let's go inside, get the pass, and get to it. Oh, Jesus. Game Expo is done. I got my goodies. It was a good day. Again, not as hectic as a lot of other conventions, but that's not a bad thing. You get to take your time and enjoy and probably look through things, which is really good. But for now, I'm starving. I need a coffee. Let's get home and have a look at everything I got. Alright guys, we're home from the Game Expo. I've got my bag of goodies. Let's not wait any longer. Let's dig into it. So I got two slightly bigger pieces, but I'm going to save them till the end because I reckon they're awesome. But as you saw, the Cookie Brigade were raising money for cancer research. I did my $10 gacha spin. I won a tote bag and a cookie. So everything I picked up today is safely in this bag. Let's dig into it and I'll show you everything I picked up today. Now the first stall I purchased anything from today was PIXELCRIB. I picked up this game, Nightmare Boy. I was looking at it last Game Expo actually, and just for some reason decided not to get it. And as soon as I went there today, it was the first thing I looked for. As soon as I saw the PIXELCRIB stall, I ran straight to the games and was hoping it was there. It looks like a cool sort of Metroidvania, pixel-ish platformer. It looks fantastic. It looks right up my alley. I'm really hoping it's as good as it looks. The second stall I purchased anything from was the Cookie Brigade. I did the gacha spin and got the tote bag and a cookie, and then later came back and decided I wanted more cookies. All the money goes to charity, and I love cookies. Who doesn't love cookies? So I got 3 different flavors: honeycomb, chocolate brownie cookie, and salted caramel chocolate brownie cookie. They sound delicious. And went to charity, so it's okay for me to eat 3 cookies for dinner tonight. A stall I came across in the Artist Alley was Winter Wormling. They did cool like dice trays, a bunch of accessories for like tabletop gaming and RPGs. But the one thing I grabbed was this thematic candle. Peach, pineapple, and ripened raspberries. Oh, it smells so damn good. I don't know how it's happened, but I've become a candle guy. And now I have candles all the time. Oh, it smells damn delicious. Fairy Folk is the name of the scent. Another one I came across in Artist Alley was Shiku Designs. I just found this air freshener. It's Helmo. How can I say no? It's only $10. I had to get it. It makes sense to me. It's a non-thought process. You see Helmo air fresheners, you buy them. Now, one cool stall I came across was, I don't know if it's Mika or Micah, but Mika Tattoo. They were supposed to be tattooing at the convention, and apparently the Game Expo got like the wrong permit or the wrong licensing, so they were just there booking future tattoos, which is a real bummer because they had some really cool gaming designs, obviously because it's the Game Expo. But I saw advertisement for it before the expo, and I was really looking forward to hopefully getting a tattoo there. Unfortunately, they're not really anywhere near me. They're all the way out in Williamstown. I'm like an hour and a half, 2 hours away from there. But if you live out that way, near Williamstown, definitely check out Micah or Mika Tattoo. Awesome designs. And on my travels around the showroom floor, I stopped off at the Game Expo merch stand, and just to mark the occasion, I got a Bitbot pin. Really cute, $5. That's going to go on the pin board. Speaking of pins, I came across a stall called Trendy Toys, and they were selling pins, 7 for $50. And they had pins of every variety from every franchise you could think of. There was so many. It was very hard for me to narrow it down to 7, but I did it. Let's have a look at my awesome pins, because I think these are fantastic. Homer feeding his painted belly pizza. The coolest of turtles. Squirtle, Squad, Squirtle. If you know me, you know I love Lilo and Stitch, and I love horror. So here is Stitch dressed up as Ghostface from Scream. I also love SpongeBob. This is the episode where he went to the gym. He couldn't do anything, so he bought inflatable arms, and he was buff. I don't really know how it's happened, but I have so many things with Kirby holding a knife on them. I've got a sticker on my car, I've got an air freshener, I think I've got something on the fridge, and now I've got Kirby with a knife in a pin. This one's really, really cool. The sandworm from Beetlejuice. Couldn't say no to that. And the final pin, because he is far superior to the other brother, Luigi, on his Luigi cart from Mario Kart. Cool pins. Now I've still got 2 more things to go after this, but technically these guys were the last stop for the day. Went to 56-bit, a video game store. They got a stall at the Game Expo, and I was so excited. They were the first stall I went to when the Game Expo opened, and then I did another loop back and went there as the last stall before I left for the day as well. But I only got 2 games from them. They had a crazy, crazy range. I've got a lot of these old Nintendo games already, so it's hard for me to find new ones as it is. So finding 2 in itself is fantastic. First one I got was Street Fighter 2 Turbo for the SNES. Far superior to standard Street Fighter 2. It plays better. It's at a normal speed. You never notice how slow Street Fighter 2 plays until you play Turbo. The best way to play Street Fighter 2, hands down. And the last game I got from them, I am so incredibly excited for this one. A Nightmare on Elm Street, the NES. If you know me, horror, retro Nintendo. This is everything I want. And I only just noticed it's a 4-player game. I don't know how that works, but I'm going to have to get 3 more people to play this with me. I know LJN are notorious for making the worst games on the NES. But from what I hear, this one's actually not too bad. And it's a classic horror franchise on a classic console. There was no way I wasn't getting it. Now the second last one I will show was an art print I picked up from a friend of mine, Ev Jones. He's got an art page and a gaming page. I'll put both of them right here, and I'll put the link in the description to his pages as well. I'm not a huge art print person. I do have a few, but for me to buy one, it has to be something I really like and it's really well done. And this one, I think, absolutely knocked it out of the park. His art print for The Legend of Zelda 2, based on the art from the Famicom disc. I think it's beautiful. It's so good. Shadow Link, Zelda, Ganon, all the enemies in the background. I think it's stunning. And on the way home, I even stopped off and I've already bought a frame. This is going to be framed and put up tonight. Check out his page. He does some really cool stuff, and I'm not just saying it because he's my friend. I'm not just buying a print and spending my money because he's my friend. He genuinely is really, really talented and has some fantastic art pieces. So check him out. As I said, the link is in the description of this video. And the last piece I picked up for the day was one I've been looking for a while, because it's, of the 6 games there are, this is the harder one to find. The vinyl soundtrack for Gears of War Judgment. Now I know everyone rags on Judgment and says it's a shit game. It is not. It's a fantastic game. They just changed the controls, which made it bad. They changed the weapon layouts. They changed everything that made it really feel like a Gears of War game. It sort of felt like you're playing more of a third-person Call of Duty, with the control scheme anyway. But besides that, the story is fantastic. It's such a good story. Baird having his own story really showed a lot of his backstory. And I didn't realize how much I wanted to know more about Baird until this game came out. But the Judgment soundtrack is probably the most elusive one to find. But it's double LP, gatefold, 30 tracks from the game. And if you've played Gears of War, you know the score for those games is incredible. Even if you don't like Gears of War, their scores and soundtracks are incredible. I'm really happy to have this one. Can't wait to give it a spin. And that, nerds and nerdettes, is everything I bought from the Game Expo 2025. Lastly, I just want to say a big thank you to the Game Expo themselves for sending me a creator pass. I still think it's really weird that I get to go to these things as a creator / influencer. But I do, and I love doing it, and I love showing all the nerdy things that I love and talking to people that also love the same nerdy things. I got to see so many people today that I know, other gamers, other nerds, at the event, and just talk with them all day. I saw so many cool artists, so many indie games. There was so much to do in such a little space, but I had a great time. And little young gun came up to me today and recognized me off YouTube, and it was a really cool, humbling experience. He was so excited to see me and wanted a photo with me, and I thought it was just the nicest end to the day as well. I've never had that before, and it was really sweet that he was so excited to see me and wanted a photo with me. It honestly made my day. Made a great day even better. But as I said, that's it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out my Instagram and TikTok. Thanks for watching all the way to the end, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.